I woke up again. I hear a noise every time my chest thumps, reminding me I'm still alive. Aches and pains flood my brain, and I agonize once again. I can't count the number of times I tried falling into the other side. I tried last night, but the beeping I hear brings me back. It's almost impossible to rest. In my last moments, I feel a great calm. So close, I can almost rub my nose against it, yet it remains out of reach. I've tried hiding from them before. I knew they'd bring me back when I stopped eating. I love them immensely. I hope they know that. But I'm so tired. When they find me, they just keep bringing me back to this god-awful place where I wake up alone, tethered to the cage. Everyone is yelling at the top of their lungs. Yet, when I try to add my voice to the agonizing chorus, I find that I no longer have the strength to yell. My nails swipe at the metal grate and the cold shocks my heart a little each time I do. If I keep at it, maybe my heart will give and I can finally rest. The man dressed in white unlocks my cage and picks me up. I'm tempted to bite him, but my head won't move. I wonder if I did something to the family for them to treat me like this. I wish I could apologize. Of all the buttons with words I could use to communicate with them, sorry was never my favourite. Now, I'd push it 1,000,000 times if only I could see them again, to be held by them once again. Maybe that could give me the comfort to rest. We passed several rooms. Some of them have people crying in them, and in others they smile and hold their furry companions. Reminds me of my family. It feels like forever without them, but I know I'll see them soon. He lays me on a cold, flat surface, my matted fur getting caught in the tubes hanging from me. He turns around and begins to work on something I can't see. I hope it's food, though with what teeth would I be able to chew it? Experience tells me he'll probably prick me with a sharp stick and I'll be on my way home. Except this time, I don't see my family. Who will comfort me when the man pinches me? He comes closer, and just as predicted, I feel the pinch. But something feels wrong. I feel a cold chill coursing through my veins, and I begin to see a silver veil materialize before me. I don't feel like I'm sleeping. It seems to shimmer from afar, but it's slowly creeping closer. Other people begin to come into my room dressed in white and join the man that carried me, but none of them are my family. This isn't right. Where is my family that picks me up from this place and takes me home? The silver veil inches closer to me, like I'm being pushed towards the edge of a cliff against my will. I start yelling, and it seems to get the people's attention, but just as quickly, they turn their heads back. I hear them make excited noises, as my senses burn with a cooling sensation. Suddenly the veil engulfs me, and everything turns black. I feel as though I'm floating downstream in roaring waters. Colours I've never seen before surround me and begin to push me towards a light. At the end of the column of lights, I can make out someone calling me. A familiar face that reaches out. My tail wags as I slowly float towards their warm embrace, and my heart fills with...
"Good God," exclaimed Dr. Basu. "I did it, I really did it." The room is filled with cheering as several decades of research have allowed the impossible to become reality, to project one's last moments and curate one's whims. In the commotion, as Dr. Basu looked over the dog's last moments splayed out before him, he overheard an assistant ask why the CEO would offer their pet for such a momentous and significant experiment and not show up to see their last moments. Dr. Basu remembered reading the CEO's request to make sure they were present for their dog's last moments, or there would be serious consequences. He whipped his head and exclaimed angrily, "Who was in charge of notifying the CEO?" The assistant and doctors all looked at the ground nervously, trying not to bring too much attention to themselves. Dr. Basu's eyes darted quickly around the room, trying to push blame on any one of them. for he knew his head would be on the chopping block if no one took responsibility. His work quantifying the unknown would be taken from him, and the glory given to another lesser man. I'll take the blame for this misgiving. All of you quickly leave while I clean this mess up. He shooed everyone away and quickly began to put together his research papers and findings. He fled Eternis, leaving behind a cold, lifeless body over the cold metal table in the dark room.